Hello, in today's video we will be unlocking Cryo Freminet. We'll go through different variations of Cryo Team and the end result will be surprising. After that we will try to make Melt Freminet. Is Cryo Freminet better than Physical? Let's find out. Freminet. And if you use his skill twice in a row, he is doing cryo damage. And if you do so, his Assassin passive reduces his skill cooldown by 1 second. And if you add his burst on top of that, which additionally decreases skill cooldown by 70%, you can spam his skills in a row, almost in a row. We'll have 1 second downtime between each skill. And we can do this 5 times for the whole duration of burst. And total multiplier can go to the thousands and thousands percentages. But all this come with the cost, and we will see all the problems later. I think you all understand where it's going. Yes, today we will be playing Cryo Freminet. Actually, I've tested Cryo Freminet before I was recording my previous video and he had some problems, but today no matter what we will try to make him work and solve his problems in different ways. And let's start with the build. In today's video we will be using different dimps, but the build will be the same. For the weapon I went Serpent Spine, for artifacts I went double Golden Troop and double Gladiator. His constellation 0 with talents H, H and H. For the stats we have 1700 attack, 63 elemental mastery and 75 196 crit ratio. And let's start with the first team, Freeze Freminet. Yes, Freminet cannot freeze, he will immediately destroy freeze with shatter, but this is not the problem because we will get 40% buff for our skill. And this team immediately starts with the problem, and the main problem is Shenhe. I think Shenhe was designed as the Ayaka support because she has very low trigger quota. And in Ayaka team we can reuse our skill in the middle of the rotation. Here we have only 5 trigger quota. Why we are using 5? Because we want to get this buff from Assassin passive. We want to get elemental skill and elemental burst damage. And Freminet will use this trigger quota really fast. Let's use Shenhe's skill. Freminet skill. Here we have buff. Freminet burst. Freminet skill. And that's it. We already lost Shenhe buff and it's only start of our burst. And to fix that we will not stay very long with Freminet on the field. We will have 2 rotations, main rotation and simplified rotation. Let's see how simplified rotation will work. So when we are in Freminet burst we will end our rotation with this skill, but we will use skill only 1 time, without second hit. After that we are going to Shenhe. After that we are going to Kazuha, and when we are getting back to Freminet we can finish our previous skill and use double skill again. This will allow us to make additional 3 hits with Shenhe buff. So let's see at our damage. Unfortunately we are going against boss and we cannot freeze. So starting with Shenhe's skill, Shenhe's burst, Kazuha's skill, Mona's skill, Mona's burst, going to Freminet, skill, burst, 76,000, 40,000. Buffs run out, so let's use Freminet skill, Shenhe, Kazuha, Kazuha's burst, going to Freminet again, 35k, 35k again, and let's go for second rotation. So Shenhe, Kazuha, Mona unfortunately doesn't have energy. Why Freminet is not critting? He has 90% crit rate, come on. And we are finished. Yes, this team has damage, but unfortunately right now this team is too clunky to play. The situation could have been better if I had C1 Shenhe, but at C0 this team is only for the damage per screenshots, and DPS will fall out in longer fights. Let's make adjustment to this team. Right now Shenhe is the weakest link, and I think we need to give up on her. And we can change Shenhe to Benet. Benet with his burst buff doesn't have any trigger quota, and we will be able to stay on field with Freminet for a longer time. Yes, his buff has 12 second duration, and this wouldn't apply to the whole duration of Freminet burst, but still Benet will give us better uptime. Another thing that I should mention, in this team will be harder to swill Cryo because we have only 1 Cryo character. And because we are changing rotation, our very decent debuff will have lower uptime. Buff uptimes are very important and you will understand everything later. But right now let's see at performance of this team. Starting with Freminet skill once, Kazuha to swill, Benet skill, Benet's burst, Mona's skill, Mona's burst, going to Freminet finishing skill, 56k skill, 84k burst, so using double skill and then normal attack, double skill again and normal attack. Unfortunately all buffs is run out, but we need to stay with Freminet on field. It's for our energy management. Finally, going to second rotation Kazuha, Benet, Mono skill unfortunately not buff, Freminet double skill, And unfortunately, we don't have Freminet Burst. Let's wait a bit, Freminet Burst, and let's finish the boss. Couple of skill would be enough. And we're done? Yes, we are done. Nice, nice. As you can see, damage is okay. And our rotation is a lot smoother, but the main problem of this team is the buffs uptime. In the middle of the Freminet Burst, we are losing all of our buffs. And if we leave the field with Freminet early, we will have energy problem. We already had energy problems. I don't want to focus on energy because with Constellation 2 we can fix this problem. Yes, this team performed better than previous one, but still Freminet turned into the potato in the middle of our rotation and started to do poo-poo damage. So this wasn't my favorite to-go team with Freminet. And let's make our last change to this team, and this change may surprise you. We are changing Mona to Chongyun. Yes, to Chongyun. Why we are using Chongyun? You think probably we are using Chongyun because of his Cryo infusion, but not. Remember in the start I told that we have 1 second downtime between each skill on Freminet. Chongyun here to help us with that. We can decrease our skill cooldown by 15%, and with Chongyun we can spam our skills more frequently. And not only that, Chongyun can decrease enemies' Cryo resistance by 10%. Unfortunately, Cryo Resonance would be useless in this team, but Chongyun will help with Cryo particle generation for energy management. Another very important thing, we will have better buffs uptime in this team. We'll use different rotation, we will start with Chongyun, then Kazuha, then Bennett, and because of that we'll have better uptime on Viridis and debuff, and because we're using Bennett as our last buffer before Freminet, we will have the whole 12-second duration uptime on his burst. But this team is not without problems, we are losing Hydro character. Because of that we cannot benefit from Freminet Ascension passive, and not only that. If you have Freminet on higher constellation, like Constellation 4 and Constellation 6, we will lose this buff either. So I think if you have Freminet and C6, it would be better to change Bennett to Freeling Tails Tenacity of Military Kokomi. Unfortunately for me, I don't have Kokomi on my account, so we will use this team. And let's see at the damage. Starting with Chongyun skill, Kazuha skill, Bennett skill, Bennett's burst, going to Freminet skill, 100k burst, 39k skill, another skill 50 HK, nice, another skill doesn't crit, 20 HK, nice. So let's finish our rotation. Alright, starting again, Chongyun burst, Chongyun skill, Kazuha skill, Bennett skill, Bennett's burst, going to Freminet, skill, burst, another skill, and we are done. Nice, nice. This was really smooth rotations. Maybe this team doesn't have biggest numbers, but on my account, on longer fights, this team perform better. And what I want to say, a lot of the time when I'm using 5-star suppers in my team, I'm getting comments about that. And today we started with a premium only 5-star supper team. But we changed them to the 4-stars and this team performed better. We even changed dedicated 5-star Cryo supper to one of the weakest Cryo characters in the game. And after all of that, we've got better team. And what I want to say, rarity of the character is not always determining value that this character brings. In this team we can actually swap Kazuha to Sucrose and we will be doing more damage. But I'm using Kazuha for the comfort reasons because he is putting enemies right in front of us. And I was really surprised how Chongyun performed in this team. He is finally getting some screen time on my account. And we have another value that Chongyun brings that I want to mention. Remember that he has Cryo Infusion, and this unlocks simplified rotation to this team. If you want to finish weak enemy or you don't want to spend energy, we can benefit from Cryo Infusion. And let's see, we're using Chongyun skill, Kazuha skill, Freminet skill, and just finishing enemy with normal attacks. Couple of normals, and yes, he is done. And as you can see, we have full energy, we doesn't waste it. And if you need to finish weak enemy or enemy with low HP, you can use this rotation and save your burst for the harder fight. And let's make real DPS check of this team. We are going to the Spiral Abyss. I want to test damage against Chamber 1 second half. We have high HP pool on this chamber, Hydra Eidolons are very tanky, so let's see how this will go. Alright, let's start. Starting with Chongyun skill, Kazuha to group, going to Bennett skill, Bennett's burst, going to Freminet skill, burst and starting to spam his skills. 30 HK. Another 30 HK. Nice, nice. Another 37k. I'm sorry. And we almost one-cycled. We almost one-cycled them. So let's go. Second pack of Eidolons. Let's reset. So Bennett, going to Freminet skill. Freminet burst. And starting to spam skills. First skill. Second skill. Third skill. 35k. Nice. Damage is alright. Damage is okay. Let's somehow finish them and prepare to the second wave. So I don't want to spend a lot of energy here. Please stop hitting. Alright, Freminet skills. Alright. Chonyun, please! Come on, die. Why they are so tanky? Alright, we're finished. Alright, so we are going for the Tsitsen mage. Kazuha. Go to Bennett. Bennett burst. Kazuha swirling pyro. To destroy Cryo shield. Oh my god, we're dying. We need to return to the field. Nice. So we're finished with Tsitsen mage. Oh, let's go. To this robot, Chongyun, Kazuha, Bennett. Right now Freminet burst, HTPK burst, nice. Unfortunately, Excavator is run out. So let's finish this one. Alright, okay. He came back. So let's quickly reset. Chongyun, Kazuha, Bennett, Freminet skill, Freminet burst, 100k Freminet burst, and we are finishing. Nice. And another team that I want to talk about is the melt team. And yes, Freminet is not good at melting. The main problem that his skill follows standard ICD. But problem is not low cryo application. Problem that we cannot control which of our hits will be melting. His skill has two parts. One with low multiplier 132, second with high multiplier 320. And we cannot control which of these hits will be melting. But you know fun part of that? This doesn't matter. We have this variation with Kaya melt team. And if we change Kaya to Freminet, this team will anyway work. Freminet and Rosaria Cry application combined is not enough to override Shangling Pyro application. And they will be the ones who are melting. And let's see how this will work. Starting with Bennett's skill, Bennett's burst, Rosaria's skill, Rosaria's burst, Goba, Shangling's burst. Going to Freminet skill, 28,000, 70,000 Freminet burst. And we're doing 20, 27, 12. And yes, boss is done. Damage is insane in this team. Yes, the result is controversial. Rosaria made a huge part. Shangling made a huge part, but Freminet made a huge part too. We was doing around 50-60,000 with every Freminet skill combined, and this was significant for our team's total damage. And let's give this team real DPS check. Oh my god, I forgot Serpent Spine stacks. Anyways, let's go. Rosaria, Goba, Shangling, please stand up. Freminet skill, waiting. Freminet burst 66,000. 24,000 Freminet skill, another 28,000. We're going to the second place. Let's dodge. Right now we need to recover energy to Shangling as always. Bennett, please feed Shangling with energy. So now we are waiting Magu Kenki to run. And please run. And he don't want to run, so let's go. Rotation. Rosaria, Shangling, Shangling's burst. Going to Freminet skill, 54,000 skill, 74,000 burst. And let's finish him. Oh my god. Oh, why I switched to Bennett? So let's somehow finish him. Let's use Bennett, let's just use Rosaria. And let's finish him with Freminet skill. Nice. I played really bad this one, but as you can see, result is just insane. And as always, let's end this video with damage per screenshot. So let's go. Applying Cryo, swirling Cryo, using Sucro's burst, Bennett's burst, Mona's burst, Freminet's burst 225, 152 skill, nice. And couple of skills and this would be enough. Nice. Nice. And for the conclusion, Cryo Freminet is really surprised me. First of all, he is really fun to play. For the last week I was doing all my commission and artifact grinding with Cryo Freminet. In new artifact domain I was sometimes doing sub-minute runs with Freminet and Chongyun team. And I think this is really decent result for the C0 4-star character. So, anyways, thank you for the watching, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.